We wrote the point for auxin.
Okay, okay. Auxin was completed?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, okay. Yes, everyone switch on your videos quickly. Quick, quick. So in the previous class, we had talked about auxin. Now we know that auxin is a plant growth promoter. It causes growth in terms of length, right? And it makes the plant do a lot of cell division activities. Now we know that for the synthesis of auxin, it has to stay away from the direct illumination, from the direct sunlight, right? So it goes to the shaded area and then it starts dividing, because of which the tip of the stem bends. Now coming on to the next, that is gibberellins. See, gibberellins, they are also known as gibberellic acid. Now they are, you can say, very similar to the auxin. Like the function is very similar to auxin and they help in the growth also. So gibberellin mostly, like apart from like this much is there for your syllabus. Like they help in the growth and they behave just like auxin. But remember that many a times gibberellins are also used for like flowering, fruiting, to induce flowering in plant, to induce fruiting in plant. Okay, so that the fruits can be made and everything. They are also used for the internode elongation. There are many, you can say, functions of gibberellins in the plants, but the most important one out of them is the growth. So the growth of the stem is aided by the gibberellins. Moving forward, talking about cytokinin. See, the word cyto means cell. Okay. And the word kinin is referring to kinesis. So there is cytokinesis. Now, cytokinesis means cell division. Okay. So since this hormone is involved in the division of cell, so it is known as cytokinin, the hormone that will help in cytokinesis. Okay, the fancy term for cell division is cytokinesis. So for the hormone which will be participating in cytokinesis is the cytokinins. It promotes cell division. Now you can understand, like it is like as a given that in all the parts of the plant wherein the cell division would be happening constantly, continuously, and you can say many a times throughout its life cycle, or you can say any area which divides a lot, which undergoes cell division a lot. So these cytokinins will be present there in much more greater concentration, isn't it? Rather, if you compare it with those areas that do not divide at all in the case of plants. So they will not have enough cytokinins present in them. But since plant has this property of dividing uncontrollably, so that is why cytokinin, it is present in greater concentration wherever there is active cell division happening, such as the fruits and seeds. Since the fruits and seeds, they are growing parts of the plant, so like constant cell division takes place or it keeps on happening in them, because of which the cytokinins are present in much more concentration in them. So up until now, we have studied about three hormones: auxin, gibberellins, and cytokinin, right? So what happens is that these three hormones, they are all together called as plant growth promoters, right? Why? Because they are promoting the cell growth, they are promoting the increase in the length of the stem or increase in the length of the height of the plant, on all of these things. So because of this very reason, we'll call these three hormones, auxin, gibberellin, and cytokinin, as plant growth promoter. Okay, because they are the promoters of the growth in the plant. Now coming on to abscisic acid. This is the last hormone that people have to study. Now this hormone, it does everything opposite to the other three. It stops the plant growth, it retards the plant growth. Apart from that, it causes the wilting of the leaf. Wilting of leaves means drooping of leaf. You people understand drooping, right? You might have seen that some plants, when you don't give like water them regularly, like they are standing upright and then after that they'll become like this. So when this happens, this is what we call as drooping of leaves. Clear? Yeah, or drooping or wilting, it's the same thing. Now, this hormone is a plant growth inhibitor. It inhibits the growth of the plant. It does not let the plant to grow. Rather, it stops the growth. So, it is a plant growth inhibitor. Now, what else does it do? It takes the plant to its old age. The old age of plant is called as senescence. So it takes the plant, like a good plant that has been there. Now, after that, it takes the plant slowly, slowly, like how us humans we age, right? Same way, the plants also age. And the hormone which causes these, you can say, plants to age or to go towards the senescence is the abscisic acid. So altogether, we have discussed about all of these hormones that are found in the plants. All of them are non-nutrient substances that are extremely helpful in terms of growth and everything. Okay, students? Any doubts? Okay, now you people can note it down.
Now we have to note down from it helps the cell to grow longer in auxin.
Sumaya and Nuha Nabiha, why are you people late today? Half an hour late. Why?
Ma'am, I was traveling.
You were
I was traveling, ma'am.
traveling.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, try to be on time in the class. What about you, Sumaya? Why are you late?
I wasn't sent the link on the right time, so
So try to be on time, girls, okay? All of you are done, students?
Yes, ma'am. I'm going to scroll down.
Why are you so late to the class, Ryan?
Yes, ma'am.
Why are you so late to the class?
Ma'am, actually, I already told that, ma'am. This time is for Salam, ma'am.
Okay, okay. All right. So I've completed the different kinds of plant hormones, and right now you people are supposed to take down the notes. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
So you can switch off your video and write down the notes and tell me once you're done writing abscisic acid, I'll let you write the above ones. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Done, students?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay, so now let us talk about the coordination in plant and the whole entire science behind it. Okay, everyone come back switch on your videos back. All right. So we know that just like how in our case, us humans and all the animals, we have proper nervous system present in our body, but plants don't, right? They don't have the nervous system just like how we do. But in spite of having, without having the nervous system, they can do all sorts of coordination activities. But now, how do they do so? They do so with the help of movements. They show certain movements because of which they can coordinate every single thing. Now, there are two types of plant movements that are there: growth dependent movement and growth independent, both of which we have to study in depth today. Now, what happens is that the plants, they use the electrical chemical means to convey stimulus information from cell to cell. So, just like how in the case of humans, the signal can be chemical signal and electrical signal, right? You people remember impulses? Just like that, in the case of plants also, it can be electrical or chemical like way by which they can conduct stimulus or they can conduct the information. So their movements or the movements that are shown by the plants, they are known as growth dependent or growth independent. Now see, the first case is the growth independent movement. This is what we are going to discuss. Now, these movements, they are not related to the growth in any way. And the other name for these movement is nastic movement. Okay. Nastic movements is another name for growth independent movement. Here, what happens whenever an external stimuli has been provided to the plant? Okay, so the response is made, obviously, but the direction of the response is not dependent on the direction of the stimulus. For example, have you people heard about touch me not plants? Right? What happens is like when you touch them, they start folding themselves, right? The leaves start closing themselves. So this is a great example. Like the movement in touch me not plant is not towards the external stimuli. Like when you touch it, it does not open towards you. Rather, it closes away from you. So this kind of movement is known as nastic movement. Whenever the response is not towards the stimulus, it is away from the stimulus. The direction of the response is different or it is not dependent on the direction of the stimulus. Clear? Any doubts in nastic movement? Same way, whenever a stimulus that is touch. Okay, here if we are touching the touch me not plant whose scientific name is Mimosa pudica. So if we touch it, the touch stimulus is known as thigmonastic. Thigmos. Okay, the word thigmo refers to the touch. So thigmonastic movement, the movement that occurs in the response to the stimulus, that is touch. And it is shown by touch me not plant or Mimosa pudica. Everyone would remember the scientific name, Mimosa pudica. And whenever you're writing, you'll write like this only. First, you'll write capital M and you'll write Mimosa, underline it separately. Then for pudica, small p and D-I-C is pudica. And then underline. Okay, this is how you'll write the scientific name. Okay, whenever if this comes in the test or if any question related to this is answered, you'd give the example also. So whenever you're writing about any kind of plant movement, always remember to give examples, because in that way you can explain your answer in a much better way. Clear? Any doubts?
Yes, ma'am.
Now the next type of movement is growth related movements in plants. Now this was not growth related and this one is growth related movement. Now see, the growth related movement, the other name for it is tropic movement. Growth independent movement was nastic movement. This one is tropic movement. Okay. But before we discuss, you people take down the notes for this particular thing, okay? Done, students? Students, are you done?
I'm done.